The story topic is The Monkey and the Cap Seller. Once upon a time, on a bright sunny day, the man woke up. He stretched his arms, brushed his teeth, and gargled. He took a shower and got fresh and walked into his room to put on his clothes and his cap. As he was ready to head out for work, his wife packed his meal and handed it to him. Thanking her, he packed his stuff and headed out walking on the streets. It was a hot, humid day. He kept saying, "Caps, caps, caps." He then came across a small child. The child begged his mom to get a cap. Okay. The child's mom bought a cap from the cap seller and gave him money. The cap seller continued forward selling his caps. Walking along the streets in the hot weather, he got exhausted. It was so tiring. But then, somewhere in distance, he saw a big tree. He went close to it, kept his bag down, and relaxed for a while. Under the shade of the big tree, he was comfortably seated. That's when he felt hungry and began opening his lunch box. He removed all his meals from the box and began eating his lunch. His tummy was full. Up on the tree were some monkeys who were watching him. The monkeys were anxious. The cap seller was full with his meals, so he packed all his lunch boxes and closed them. He then thought of resting for an hour. So he kept all his lunch boxes to a side and laid down at the base of the tree. Soon he was in deep sleep. When the monkeys saw him off guard, they thought it was the right time as he was sleeping. They all jumped down from the tree and began opening all that was in his bag. They took out all the caps and put on their heads. The cap seller then woke up and, to his shock, he saw the monkeys. The monkeys hurriedly climbed up the tree. The cap seller saw that all the caps from his box were gone. He got so worried. The monkeys enjoyed the scene from above, watching the cap seller getting tensed. The cap seller then looked up and realized all his caps were taken by the monkeys. Oh no! He requested them to give him back all his caps. The monkeys instead teased and made fun of him. Oh no, what can I do? Ha ha, we're not gonna give it back to you. The cap seller was dejected, but the monkeys were reluctant. The cap seller then got an idea. The cap seller got some bananas and offered them to the monkeys. But the monkeys didn't want to have it. Oh no, what can I do? What can I do? He offered them again. But the monkeys didn't budge. The cap seller was annoyed with no way out. He didn't know what to do. Frustrated, he took off his cap from his head and threw it on the ground. The monkeys saw him and did the same. The cap seller saw this and thanked them. He quickly took all his caps, packed them together, waved out to the monkeys, and headed on his way.